Right, so we had a start now. There we go. Perfect. All right. Hey, welcome in, everybody, to Two Brothers, One State. We're going to start today just kind of looking over some of the games from this past weekend and kind of see where we're at. Georgia, of course, goes out and handles business. What did you think about that? Who kind of shined?
Definitely Nate Frazier, I think. All the Georgia fans I've talked to and all the Georgia loyalists, we've been waiting for Nate Frazier to break out, so it was good to see him have his breakout game. That was awesome. And Gunnar Stockton's just looking more solid and solid as the season goes on.
Yeah.
And honestly, Georgia was it seemed like a heavy pick for the upset, and they spoiled that for sure.
Yeah.
And no, not surprising that Mississippi State drove down first drive and scored on us. That's just per usual. That's just part of Georgia football at this point. But other than that, just a sound ass whooping, and let them know who the real Bulldogs of the SEC are.
Yeah. And then Vandy, I see, took care of business against Auburn. Handled it like they should be in a ranked
dogs.
team. Oh, they got lucky with it?
I
didn't
OT,
see that.
my man. It was an OT game.
Yeah. Good night.
Poor old Auburn couldn't hold on, even with an interim coach.
And then chaos in the ACC as per usual. So that's kind of where I had my eyes on over the weekend. Cal and Louisville was awesome. Wake Forest, I can't say I'm too surprised with that one. Wake's played everybody they've played this season well.
Yeah.
I think there may be an opponent or two that they've gotten steamrolled by, but I think for the most part, they gave every team everything they would want.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, for Wake Forest program to be 6-3, I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean,
Year one head coach too, first season.
Taking Wake Forest and being 6-3, like bowl eligible, and they could lose out and still go into a bowl. That's, I imagine, is a big deal for Wake Forest. So.
Yeah, for sure. Alabama just takes care of business against LSU. No surprise there. Nothing else that really jumps out at me. Iowa played a close game with Oregon. But yeah, kind of
surprising. What was the other one? I had a dadgummit. I had a thought about one of the games. I guess it was the Auburn game of the inter. Actually, it's a thing because we were talking right before we started. All the coaching, I think 12 before Thanksgiving FBS coaching vacancies. And if I'm being frank, I'm not a fan of Mike Norvell necessarily, but if I'm being honest, it's almost kind of smart for Florida State to be holding their cards and holding on to Norvell one more time, because there's already so many vacancies and there's only so many good coaches. For them, at least they know what they've got, and apparently the players like Norvell. So yeah, I'd hold on to my cards, because who's to say you throw 13, say there's no more firings, you got 13 spots that any good coach can go to. Can you really outbid a LSU, this or that, whether the money or whatever? I think it's smart on FSU's end to just hold on to what you got.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I mean, if they let him go, they'll have to deal with that buyout as well. So his buyout on top of all the competition, I think you're right. Which is weird, because I think he totally has done enough to be fired. But it's like, what have you got this year? Because I've been noticing a lot of coaches seem to want to go to the NFL. Like, I ain't going to sit here and deal with this crazy world of college football.
If I'm going to pay players, I'm going to just do it where there's at least a salary cap.
Yeah, for sure. So, and, kind of to the NFL, the Falcons just stunk again. I didn't get to watch the game. I listened to it on the radio, though. And it was just I'm glad I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll, listen to most of it, but it's just the same stuff every week.
What is it? It's the old saying, I think, as far as any Falcons fan goes, Falcons gonna Falcon.
Yeah, and they sure did. They sure did.
I mean,
in Germany, which they have a pretty big fan base out there too. It sucks they can never give those loyal Germany fans anything to watch when they go over there once every 2 years.
Yeah, can't even get the damn Georgia fans any.
Yeah. But at least we get them on our local TV stations and can go. For us an hour drive to see them, they go across the world only so often, and they can't even put up something decent for them. No surprise there. I think the Falcons will get it right. I'm putting this season solely on coaching. I know the players can take a little flack. Michael Penix hasn't been playing like we all thought he would. I think a lot of that goes back to the coaching, and I think it can be corrected. But overall, that's where I put the blame. But the team just sucks. As a whole, they suck right now.
Yeah. To that notion, as a matter of fact, we were going to wait a little bit, but I think now is the time. We'll go ahead and talk about our birds. I feel like because at this point, we both give grace to Raheem. We both like the hire. But at this point, again, it's coaching, and I feel like it's big. What else can you do? You got the tools, you got the thing. And we've discussed, and, you and my dad had talked about blowing it up, just hell with all of them, Fontenot, all that. I was like, I don't know about Terry yet, but honestly, at this point, I'm with y'all, blow it up. But we actually wrote down, both of us, our top 5 because we're hoping that Raheem gets canned because, I don't see any progression, if I'm being frank. And usually we're used to, 4 years and then you need to get on. But honestly, it just seems like if we do another 2 years, it's going to be the same old song and dance. So if you want... who's your top 5 Falcons?
So I got coming down... breaking them down 5 to first. I thought about changing my number 1, but I'm going to roll with it. Number 5, we got Cliff Kingsbury coming in. I like what he did in Arizona. It didn't pan out all that great, but a lot of that wasn't on him. Dealt with a lot of injuries with Kyler Murray. I think he lost him for 2 full seasons and had Clayton Tune or something like that starting for him a lot of games. I think he's a good play caller. I'd be happy with him as the Falcons bringing him in. Clint Kubiak, don't really know much about him, but I know he's starting to generate some buzz. And then his dad, of course, having a history with the Falcons. I think it'd be cool to see him come back. Just been killing it. He's been killing it now for a good couple of years. Just steadily climbing up the ranks. Georgia's defenses that he coordinated. My God.
He's OC.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that had Stetson rolling.
Yeah. So, and then, because Bobo took over for him. Yeah. So, and they were rolling, and haven't been as much since then. Who was their D coordinator?
Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning. And so it's been Glenn since Dan left. Gotcha. Okay. Then number 2, I got Brian Flores. I just like his style of play. I like that
and
tough,
honestly,
just go hit 'em attitude that he brings.
And to your note, the dude got shystered out of Miami, and now look at Miami. They got a dude that wears capris and ain't worth a shit.
Yeah. Yep. Number 1, I got, and I know this one, I was torn on it because he hasn't done a whole lot yet, so it's probably a little premature, but I'm going Marcus Freeman. I just think, with what he's been coaching, a lot of these guys on the Falcons team have been in the league since he's been head coach with Notre Dame, been in college, the league there, and I think him dealing with that youth, I think bringing that would bring a lot of energy into this young Falcons team, and I think they could make something shake with it. The key to this would be getting the right play caller in there. Getting the right OC, and I think he'd be fine with the defense. That's kind of his forte. Maybe bring in someone else to call the defense and still just dabble with it. But definitely, Marcus Freeman with a good offensive coordinator, sign me up for it.
And to your point about the OC, I do hope that Oklahoma State signs Zach Robinson away from the Falcons. That'd be great. Please let him be the Oklahoma State head coach.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do like you did. I'll go 5-1. So 5, Clint Kubiak. I mean, if I'm being honest, I didn't think the Seahawks would be much of nothing. But it seems like 2-1. Darnold seems like a good player. You give him a good play caller and someone knows what you're doing. And away from the damn Jets, like every player in the NFL seems to want to be. And he's got this. I mean, the Seahawks are a surprise to me. They're rolling, and I think, hell, he's calling plays. They're rolling out there in Seattle. So, I mean, again, play caller's a big deal. 4 for me, Jeff Ulbrich, just because the Falcons defense. Since when have we ever been able to talk about a Falcons defense? So if anything, and he was the interim there at the Jets, and their defense was good when he was there, and honestly too, speaking of Flores getting ousted, I think Robert Saleh got ousted there, but they're also idiots just like Miami. So Ulbrich, I wouldn't be mad if they progressed him. And again, if we're gonna get a defensive coach, let's get a good OC. Bring in a play caller. Number 3, give me John Gruden. Give me John Gruden. Our older brother hates that the Raiders got rid of John Gruden and on some fugazi stuff, maybe, whatever. But still, give me John Gruden just for a mean, hard nose, just, an attitude about the team. I'd love that. Good damn offensive coach also. Brian Flores, totally about attitude. Culture change. We need some. We may lose, but you play the Falcons. Just bust your head. Again, he would be one. Give us a good OC, but bust your head, hard nose. Make the Falcons have a reputation, and I don't care if it's dirty or not. Let's throw back the reputation that the old Steelers and Raiders had. Be nasty. Take them penalties for the late hits. Hell with it. At least they'll know they played the Falcons. Number 1 for me, Todd Monken. The man ain't seen an offense he ain't made roll. Well, and granted, he got Lamar, but his offenses are still good. He made Stetson look like a king. He knows how to deal with great running backs and utilize them. And a lackluster receiving core besides Drake London. And a good tight end. He knows how to use that too. An athletic tight end. Give me Todd Monken as my number 1.
Yeah.
Because we'll keep. Hey, in my opinion, let's get Todd Monken in there as the OC. Keep Jeff Ulbrich because I don't think Todd Monken's stupid. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
See, I think I would have been okay going Ulbrich, but my only problem with him, it's not really a problem with him. It's who he's associated with. He's been in cahoots with Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris, and I want to wash the funk of all that out of Atlanta. So nothing really against him. I hope he lands a job somewhere, but I want to get that whole coaching tree just flushed out of here. It's been needing to happen. I mean, they tried with Arthur Smith, didn't work, but it still tried to bring old Dan Quinn stuff back, and it ain't gonna work, man. It's not gonna happen. So I know we got some picks coming in as well. I guess while we're on the NFL, we can talk to it. So Falcons and the Panthers, I got the Falcons. Bears Vikings, I got the Bears. Chargers Jags, I got the Chargers. Got the Bills over the Bucks. Lions over the Eagles, and Rams over the Seahawks. And I see we're very close on our picks there.
Yeah,
just changed on the bottom
my
two.
Picks, so Atlanta over Carolina, we owe them 1.
Yep.
And they also just lost to the Saints. So there's that. I'm going to take the Bears over the Vikings because the Vikings seem to be on a downturn, and whoever would have thought the Bears are 6-3. Give me the Chargers over the Jags. Jags are a dumpster fire. Bills over Bucks just because I'll be damned if I pick the Bucks.
Yeah.
And also, shout out to the Bills because I'm a Bill. Lions and Eagles. I actually went with the Eagles, man. I feel like the Eagles, I feel like, are due, and they always end up showing up or getting a favorable call or something, so to speak, for them. And then Seahawks, Rams. I'm going to go to the Seahawks because the Seahawks are rolling. The Rams might be also, but give me the Seahawks. I feel like that's a safe bet. And then KC, Denver. To hell with Sean Payton. Give me KC, even though I hate Kansas City too. But, yeah, to hell with Sean Payton. And also, even if I didn't hate Sean Payton, I don't think they got a chance. So
yeah. No, I think the Chiefs, they always seem to find a way. Every game I watch of the Chiefs, at least,
so
they win.
Indeed. And that's, I guess, why I'm tired of the Chiefs, because every time I've watched, they win.
Every time.
So I see we've got locks here for college football. Do you want to make a lock on one of those games we talked about for the NFL?
Yeah. Looking at it, I am going to... You know what? I'll lock in the Lions over the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles they're up a game on them. I think the Lions are going to give it their all to try and even it back out in the NFC.
For me, I'm going to go, do I go safe or do I go, Elway, that I am going to go safe. Give me Chargers over the Jags. Jags are still trash.
Yeah.
And,
sure.
Old Liam, what's his Duval. Goofy fuck.
And before this, so let's say the Falcons end up pulling out the dub this week against Carolina. That will have us right now. We're sitting behind them, so we won't even take back second place with a win over them. We'll still, they'll still be above us, but at least we can close the gap. But realistically, what do we have to look forward to this year with the Falcons? We ain't got a first round pick, so so, usually I can say, well, if we lose, at least we'll move up to 5 or 4. But no, we're just kind of here at football hell for the next year.
Damn Raheem. We're ready to win now. Well, I can't tell.
Yeah, you had Kirk Cousins' $1 million ass, and then drafted Michael Penix earlier.
$1 million backup. Yeah, great idea, Raheem.
Yeah.
Gary, you're not excluded in that.
And then that about wraps us out for the NFL. Just looking at the standings here, it's a lot of the usual suspects. We got with the addition of the Bears sneaking in, and Carolina
NFC North is interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Packers.
Wow.
Even the Vikings, who are down, they're not down bad. They're almost a 500 team. Same with the NFC West minus the Cardinals.
Wow. See, I didn't know the Rams are also 7-2, but wow. Okay.
Bill said I didn't know y'all's Gabe. But Stafford's there just throwing.
I shouldn't doubt my man, yeah.
Yeah, I seen he's like, right now, I think MVP front runner.
Well, old Tom Brady said, heck, the way you're playing looks like you can do it for another 8 years. Talking about he's 37, so I guess round about the time Tom Brady would like, Stafford's still spinning that thing.
Yeah, heck yeah. Still got the heat coming off it. Getting into college football week 12. So we got a few games lined out here with the pick. I got Louisville over Clemson, and then I got Notre Dame over Pitt, Duke over Virginia, Alabama over Oklahoma, and Georgia Tech over Boston College. I would say my lock of this week is going to be Duke over Virginia, which I know is a wild lock because that game is so close, but I feel like Virginia just they let it kind of slip. With their loss this past week. Duke plays well against the ACC. Non-con, they're awful. They just lost to UConn. But this is a conference game, so I expect Duke's going to play their best, and I got them getting the upset.
Don't forget about the bottom game now.
Oh, yeah. And I am picking the Dogs to go over Texas.
Yes, because guess what? We're 3-0, I believe, in our last meeting, or maybe 2-1, but who gives a shit? Last season, 2-1, and guess what? Texas regressed. We only got better. So I'll start with that one. Dogs by 50, because it's in Athens. Also, Tech's going to beat the shit out of Boston College. Another dumpster fire. Bill O'Brien. I do like Bill O'Brien. I think give him time, but they're honestly they're below my expectations for them. If I'm being honest,
for sure.
Bama beats Oklahoma. Bama's rolling, and I hate it.
You know what's weird though? Speaking of Bama, real quick. The ACC is getting so much crap right now, right? For like maybe not having they're saying in certain situations, like Duke pulled off the ACC title, that there's a world where they couldn't get in, and it's like the ACC's catching lefts, and but didn't FSU beat one of the best SEC teams early this season? I mean, FSU,
one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, FSU is one of the worst teams in the ACC standings, but beat someone who might play for an SEC title this year.
I mean, as it looks right now, it'll be A&M.
And so I ain't sitting here saying the ACC's full of world beaters, but when you're sitting here seeing these Duke and Wake Forest competing with these teams, it's like, man, there's some good ball being played in the ACC right now.
Because here's the hard part about Bama and so A&M's undefeated. Bama's only got one loss. Georgia's not making the SEC title, and here's why. Neither of them have a damn SEC loss. Bama's beating us in the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So as it sits right now, it's Bama and A&M.
Yeah.
Unless by some miracle one of them lose. God bless them. I hope Auburn wins the Iron Bowl somehow. But again, that only puts it. So really, we need A&M to lose 2 SEC games, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no. And I'm gonna look real quick. I'm curious to see who both of them have remaining on the schedule. So we got two. So Oklahoma with Bama, which we got our picks in for this. Eastern Illinois, and then of course Auburn. So I mean, I think Bama will win out.
So yeah, we would. Yeah, we would have to have them lose to Oklahoma and Auburn, and that's highly doubtful.
Doubt it. Yeah, for sure. Let's see what Texas A&M has cooking up here, because I think now Tech's pretty much, if they beat Boston College and Pitt, Tech's back to win both of those and you're in. It was looking a little dicey there for a second, but with the Wake win, common opponent, Tech beat Wake. Refs in the Tech beat Wake, but I'll take it. I'll take it where I can. So South Carolina, Samford, and Texas. I mean, I can see I think A&M's going to drop one of those games.
Yeah, I don't see them losing to South Carolina, but again, I mean, who knows? It's going to be a big game, crazy environment in Austin. Texas A&M players, keep your helmets on. There may be water bottles flying if you're winning. But I mean, they could lose one, but the thing is I feel like they get the nod over us, if I'm being honest. Well, unless it is to Texas and we beat Texas. That's about our only hope.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I hope A&M doesn't beat Texas, if that's the case. But yeah, as it sits right now, Georgia's out, and we'll have a home game at Sanford Stadium. I got Bama beating Oklahoma. I'm going Virginia versus Duke, because I think, all right, Virginia was humble, but I do think they're rolling. Duke's let any ranked team, it seems like, I guess maybe besides last week or something, that Virginia's been able to pull out. Granted, close games, a lot of overtime games, but I don't know. I think Virginia's kind of resilient. Notre Dame versus Pitt. I'm going with Pitt because Pitt's pretty dang tough, and feel like Notre Dame's a bit soft. So that's where I say, I mean, I like the heck out of Georgia Tech, and they're a damn good team. I think their next scariest game is Pitt, and then they'll roll, besides against Georgia.
Now Pitt makes me, that game has been making me a bit nervous until I seen earlier today that Narduzzi is like, I don't care about the Notre Dame game. I'm like, man,
that is a little weird.
Yeah.
I seen that today as well.
It's like, I can't even say I get what he's saying. Like, I understand that he means like it don't have any implications to them getting it. I get that. But what kind of message are you trying to send to your guys? Well, like, this game's just whatever, guys, as long as y'all show up for
that's what I was
Tech
going to
and
say.
whoever.
Yeah, as long as, I don't care. Shit. I mean, at that point, if that's your response, then put in all the walk-ons. If it doesn't matter, That's stupid. There's some coach that said, you play to win the game. Like, so play to win the game. I mean, why would you not want to have an extra win? Don't say that. That's almost like a pass to your players. Like, hey, if you go out there and don't put in any effort, I don't give a shit because this game doesn't mean anything in our conference. Which is stupid. And also, it's stupid that Notre Dame's still not in.
Well, not only that, like Miami got a win on them early in the season this year. So, I mean, when it comes down, the regular season's done. If y'all play good against Notre Dame, that could be the difference. Like, could Pitt get a large bid?
Yeah.
With a win over Notre Dame, who's, ranked pretty high. Like, how are you going to treat that like it's a scrub match?
Because if you beat Miami, and Miami also beat Notre Dame, but that's going to be a thing, even though it's not in conference. Okay, well, this one lost to Notre Dame, but y'all beat Miami. Well, this one won against Notre Dame, but you lost to
familiar
that's
opponent.
only going to make it even more crazy and possibly push old Pitt out. For the last college pick on Louisville versus Clemson, Clemson's down bad this year.
They are down bad.
I mean, and Louisville's another thing of they're gonna bounce back because of that loss, and also apparently old Jeff Brom apparently got like some kind of crazy wild death threats and shit, talking about bombs at his house against his family, him, some of his players, all that, because they lost. Like, it was like had to have a police report type of deal because he lost to whoever it was. So I think they're going to come out inspired and just to F you to that crazy bitch, but also again, Clemson's a dumpster fire, and it doesn't matter that they play at Death Valley Junior or not.
Well, what's weird with Clemson is they got players still, man. They got some solid players. Like, Dabo's going to have to cut his friends. He's going to have to fire a couple of his buddies and get some real play callers in there.
Do something.
Because, what's, like, realistically, how long does Dabo, say if this keeps up, how long does Dabo have with him having natties there?
Yeah.
I mean, how long would they give him? 2-3 more years at this pace? Because he set the standard. He set the standard now. So going back to just winning 7-8 a year, I don't think that's going to cut it in Clemson very long.
No, and I think he put his foot in his mouth too many times. And then also, he set the standard. He can't hold on to it, and then he don't want to change with the times, and it's showing changing that. Him trying to stick to his guns and do it Dabo's way is not working, and so eventually they'll be tired of it. And honestly, too, I noticed that because I figured, hey, Tony Ellett probably get fired because Virginia's going to be shit again this year. Well, they're not. So Dabo could hire him back. He's going to go anywhere from Virginia, so his star pupil play caller ain't coming back home to save his ass.
And dude, I remember when he hired Riley, I thought it was a good hire. I was like, oh man, Dabo's getting someone in here. He's got Cade. I thought it was good, but that is not panned out. So here we go, looking at the hot seat rankings. We got Jonathan Smith with Michigan State. I don't know much about them, but I do know they hired Georgia Tech's AD, J-Bat. So that makes sense for him. I mean, it seems like they've been pretty down and out. You got a new AD in there, let him go get his guy. So I get that. Mike Norvell's on there at 3. We've already spoke about him. Maybe he don't go nowhere this year. Me personally, I don't see how you don't. Like, I would have probably had him out of there at the end of last season, if I'm being honest. Anyone on this the top 7 here we're seeing that you want to speak on?
I mean, Luke Fickell, which I do find was a good coach. I mean, he always had at Cincinnati. Well, I think he's a good coach, but he needs to do something as far as offense. I mean, or something, or he's got to figure something out because Wisconsin's sucking so bad. I don't remember me watching football, Wisconsin not at least getting to the Big Ten or being decent, and Wisconsin is trash, which is, I mean, they might as well be the new Northwestern of the Big Ten. So, and that's a shame.
Yeah. And I see Bill Belichick on there, which I don't know, man. I mean, if he stacks, I think if he takes them bowling, I mean, surely to God he don't get canned. No. Yeah, I mean, you go bowling year one.
I mean, they basically blew the whole shit up before he got there, and it's a whole new team. Yeah. And I mean, it's still Bill Belichick. You're still going to get some guys that want to come play for Bill Belichick just to say you did.
For sure, I would.
I wouldn't do that if I was them.
So, yeah, no, me either. Now, I could see him leaving for an NFL gig, but I don't know. I hope he's kind of enjoying college ball, and I hope he sticks around. I want to see him at least 3 years with UNC would be awesome. No one else that really jumps out. I mean, they got, Bill O'Brien on here. I mean, they are down pretty bad this year, pretty dang bad. But they were up. They exceeded expectations in my eyes last year. So I think Bill O'Brien should be safe. Oh, Shane Beamer. I looked over him.
Yeah.
Where are you at with Shane?
If South Carolina's not stupid, they keep him. I think the injury bug hit them and just different things. But again, South Carolina is stupid. They act like they're just always been some sort of world beater and they deserve better when, well, personally, you've been South Carolina. Even with fucking Steve Spurrier. So, notice when you have something good, South Carolina fans.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, it ain't like y'all got a bunch of money to go hire one of these coaches and buy him out. So I'd stick with your guns.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen any rumors with any of the coaching updates? I know the last I'd seen, James Franklin to Virginia Tech seemed like a sure deal, but I haven't heard anything else.
Any of the big ones? Not that I could think of, really. None that I can really remember besides that one. I've heard that one, but other than that, not necessarily. It's kind of I guess they're all going to play like they're in Vegas and go to the highest bidder besides folks interview. Yeah, like Tech, Virginia, that's the main one I hear as far as rumors go. And Tech, James Franklin.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'd say overall, I'm feeling good with Tech. I'm feeling good for your dogs getting the dub. I picked the Falcons, but I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised if they take an L this week. I'm not. We'll keep our records and see who picks the best. But for the life of me, I'm dumb and I can't pick against Tech and the Falcons for some reason.
I agree, and I'm never going to pick against the Falcons or hope we lose, but there is a silver lining if we do lose, is that maybe that'll be the kick out the door.
Yeah,
so that we can get us a new coach.
For sure. So. I think that'll about wrap us up for this week. We'll be back next week with some more picks. Anything else that comes up, any coaching changes, we'll be sure to give y'all our opinions of that. So we appreciate you joining in, and we'll sign off here. Again, I'm Adam. This is Two Brothers, One State.
I'm Bill. Go Dogs.
Go Jackets.